Physical Therapist and Cashier by Ella Klein. What do cashiers do? Cashiers help check out people and scan items. For instance, maybe a cashier is checking out and helping you check out clothing. What do cashiers do? Cashiers help check out people and scan items. Cashiers with fractions. A cashier sees 100 people every day. Only 25 people use cash to buy groceries. 2,500 people use cash. So basically it is, so this cashier here sees 100 people, but only 25 uses cash. So then that means 2,500 uses cash. So that is a way to explain everything. Cashier with fractions. A cashier sees 100 people every day. Only 25 people use cash to buy groceries. So basically it's 20. So it would be 25 out of 100 people she sees. She will help them. She will buy their groceries. Or not really buy their groceries, but she will scan the groceries. Cashier with decimals. Cashier uses money. Someone gave the cashier $40.53. She would use decimals to figure out the change back. And cashiers use money to, someone gave the cashier $40.53. She would use decimals to figure out the change back. So this cashier, someone was going in line and someone gave her, let's say it was $40.53, like it is. So she gave her that money, but it only cost let's say it only cost about, say it costs $38.25. She would have to minus these two to get the answer. Cashier with percents. Among youth aged 15 in 1995 to 1997, 38% held an employed job. Cashier with percents. Among youths in age 15 in 1995 to 1997, 38% held an employed job. Next brings my next one, physical therapists. What do physical therapists do? They use techniques to help with physical problems. So basically, if I or someone else had a broken leg, a physical therapist would use techniques by moving your leg up and down or whatever they use to help with the physical problem. What do physical therapists do? They use techniques to help with physical problems. And then what do physical therapists use for fractions? A physical therapist assesses evaluations of goals, use fractions. They, a 3/4 of their goal. Physical therapist with fractions. Physical therapist assesses completes of goals, use fractions. They meet their 3/4 of a goal. Physical therapist decimals. Physical therapists calculate target heart rate zone of patients while exercising. So an example, if your heart rate is 200, so your age, so 220 is your heart rate maybe. Your age to get your maximum heart rate. Calculate the resting rate by counting your heartbeat at rest. Calculate your heart reserve by subtracting resting heart rate from maximum heart rate. Then multiply the heart rate reserve by 7. Then add resting heart rate, multiply the heart rate reserve by 85. Then add resting heart rate. You will end up with two numbers that are your heart rate zone. Physical therapists with decimals. Physical therapists calculate heart rate zone for patients while exercising. For example, so say your heart rate is 220. Your age, you would times that by your age to get your maximum heart rate, then calculate your resting heart rate by counting your heartbeat at rest. Then you calculate your heart rate reserve by subtracting resting heart rate from maximum heart rate, multiply by the heart rate reserve by 7. Then add resting heart rate, multiply the heart reserve by 80.85. Then add resting heart rate. You would end up with two numbers that are at total heart rate zone. Physical therapist with percents. The patient answers the questions at the beginning and end so they can use the percent to see how they're doing. So they'll have different questions. So maybe they got, like, let's say 70% on the first one and then 80% on the second one. So this is how the percents to see how they're doing. So they're like 80% there or 70% there. It depends. So, physical therapist percents. A patient answers questions at the beginning and end so they can use a percent doing. So, probably let's say in the first part, they get 70%, but in the second 80%. So there's like a 10% difference at the beginning and end. And my sources are my neighbor that helped me. Sources are my neighbor. She helped me. Thank you for watching.